All right, so this is point slope form for both problems. So we do have to be very careful with this. We are going to need, this is a slope right here, -2/3 for this one. This is a slope 2. Now, when you're doing slope, you really want to use it in fraction form. So I'm just going to throw that 2 over a 1 so that I know where I need to move. Now, this is the problem that people have with point slope form. The equation is always y minus the number for y, and x minus the number, which is the x coordinate. So when it says -1 there for the x coordinate, it really means that that 1 is actually a positive 1. So it's always going to be minus, and that means that it's a positive number. If it is a negative number, like this one right here, it's minus a negative number, which turns it positive. So these are always the opposite of whatever they are. So if it says -1, your number is actually a positive. In this case, it says a positive 1, which means that that y coordinate is actually a negative 1. I'm going to do the same thing down here. So this one, the x coordinate says -6, so that means it's a positive 6. And then the y is a -1, so that means that it is a positive 1. So those are the two coordinates that you have to start with for both of those lines. So we are going to start with this first one. We're going to go to 1, -1, and put the point there. So +1 on the x-axis, -1 on the y-axis, and then we're going to use that slope -2/3 to move around on my graph. So I'm going to go down 2, 1, 2, 3 to the right, down 2, 1, 2, 3 to the right, and if I go down 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 to the right, I'm at the end of this graph. Now I like to go again up the other direction. So up 2, 1, 2, 3, and then I just keep going up to 1, 2, 3 until I reach the end of the graph over on this side. Now, if I do any more, I'm going to end up off this graph. The reason why I do that is because I don't know where that second line is going to intersect. So I am just making sure I do as much as I can. And then I'm going to start off here with 6, 1. So I'm going to go over here to 6, +1, put a dot right there. And then my slope on this one is 2 over 1. So if I go up 2 over 1 this way, I'm going farther away from that line. So I don't want to keep going that way because that's not going to help me find my intersection point. So I'm going to start back here with the point that I was given, go down 2 and left 1, which is the same thing, and down 2, left 1, there's that intersection point right there. I've got my answer, and that is a +4, and that's -3. So +4, -3 is my answer. So that is the spot where if I plug in the coordinates for x and y into both of these equations, they are going to make them both balance out and be true. If you'd like more questions like this, you can find them on my YouTube channel. You want algebra, check them out under the system of equations section.